lovely people. We've got an assortment of shit going on here. Dear. I am going to use another one of these older Aussie Soap Supply fragrances, so I am affording myself every smart opportunity I can here. I'm soaping cool. I have no water discount. What else? That's it. Soap and cool and water discount. No water discount at all. So this is, well, this is full milk. So yeah. We'll see how we go. We're using, what are we using? I don't know. I've forgotten. Coconut and Thai lime cocktail. It says our coconut and lime cocktail fragrance is a tropical fusion of freshly grated coconut and tart lime and mandarin in a light vanilla berry base. It sounds delightful. In cold processed soap, this fragrance performs well, no discoloration and minor acceleration. Now, they say that this information is correct if you use full water, right? Well, that's what they were saying. Then they were going. I think they reformulated or used a new supplier or something changed. I don't have any of the ones that were something changed. I think Keely was the only one that had the newer ones. Maybe I'm not entirely sure. And those ones for her are performing really well. So whether or not these ones that I still have here will, I don't know. But anyway, we're going to try it. It says no vanilla content and no discoloration. So that is the notes. Now, let me have a sniff. It is nice. Not going to lie, it is very nice. It smells very reminiscent of Thai lime and mango from Aroma. Almost exactly like that. I'm not getting any berry in it. It does have lime though. There is like that lime is very, the lime's very prominent. Not getting a lot of coconut, although I don't know if I expect coconut the same as other people. I don't know. I think coconut smells are different for everybody. Like we all think coconut should smell a particular way. For me, I just find that most coconuts either smell like toasted coconut or clag glue. That doesn't, for me, coconut, when I think of coconut, I think of the tropical reef oil coconut that the coconut oil you used to put on yourself when you go out and sunbake and give yourself skin cancers. This is back when I was a young'un. But anyway. Anyway, so you can see over here there's some skulls, right? I don't know if you can see that my mould is on an angle. Ooh. These will either be on the website to sell by the time this video comes out, or I will be announcing them anyway. I've made feet so that you can angle your moulds. These are designed for these moulds. I can make them bigger if you have a bigger mould. I've gone 15, 25, 35 and 45. So 45 is right up to 45 degrees. So yeah, so there's that. Now, I found these skulls floating around in my melt and pour stash, and they were good. They're not sweaty or anything, and it's, oh my god, it's so hot, and it's like kind of sprinkling out there. So do I need to whinge about the weather? I'm always whinging about the heat. It's 31 degrees in here, so that noise you can hear in the background is the fan. I don't think you guys want me to get a heat stroke for the sake of a bit of clean audio. So I'm leaving it on. Just means more work for me in editing, but it's all good. So I found these, and I didn't have enough of the silver. I didn't have enough of any of the colours to just do one. So there was silver, clear and purple. So I have made 3 different colours. I have made purple, and in the purple I have indigo sparkle, which is synthetic and very sparkly. I'm in the mood for sparkles today. When am I not? And then I have eminence, which is a beautiful dark mica. It's also very, very sparkly. And wisteria, which is a pretty pastel. So I've mixed those 3 together. with some Blizzard glitter in this one. So that's what it looks like. You can see how thick it is. I've put a fair bit of mica in there. I don't have any Silver Lake left, which is what I used to actually colour those skulls. So I've just put like a tiny little bit of black pearl in here. As you can see, this is still very liquid compared to that one. And a whole bunch of Blizzard mica. This one I have put, what's it called, Flash, which is a white mica, which I don't tend to use very often because white mica doesn't really make a soap white. But I've put a lot in here. It's like a lot, like and a lot of Blizzard glitter. So that's going to be our 3 colours. I'm going to do a side pour, which is why the mould is on its feet, on its little angle there. Assuming that the fragrance doesn't accelerate too badly. If it does, we'll just pour it in the mould and chuck the skulls on top and not stress about it, because I just wanted to make soap today and I was in a bit of a mood this morning, so a bit just Christmas time always gets me. It's like a bit sad for me, and you know, shit's hit the fan with my health, and you know, Kurt's in jail, and oh, it's like, yeah, so I don't really want to complain this video, because it seems like I complain in all my videos, and I'm trying not to do that anymore. Although, I mean, you guys really literally, and this probably sounds really sad, but it's honest, is I don't have anyone else to talk to. I talk to my dad, but I don't like to whinge too much to him because it makes him worry. And I'm still not talking to my best friend. I'll get over that eventually. So yeah, so you guys are now my new best friend. So you have to listen to my shit. You don't have to, you can turn it off. Oh, well, those spoons were supposed to go in the washing up basket. They did not. Alright, let's give this a New Zealand was. So I went and looked up the Maori language, and I've now discovered that Australians say Maori wrong, because it's not how you say it. It's supposed to be Māori, and we say Maori because we make everything R. It's like everything. Yeah, everything. I had an example, but I can't remember. Half. Yes, half. 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 Someone said it with a Southern American accent, and you could hear the L and the F in it. Half. Or something like that. And we say half, which is H-A-R-F. That's how we pronounce half, as in half of like 0.5 of something. That's just the Australian way. Yeah, we tend to put that R sound in the middle of a lot of things and make it a lot harder, I think, than the correct English pronunciation. But yeah, that was interesting. But anyway, yeah, so we say Maori, and apparently it's Māori. But it's a beautiful language. I mean, I now understand why Kiwis, well, white Kiwis, I guess, have... Was that racist? I don't know if that's racist or not, but people who aren't Maori, why New Zealanders have the accent that they have is because of the way that I'm just going to say Maori because it's just the way I've always pronounced it. It feels weird to say it any other way. And it's the way that language is structured is why, like, the E's and the I's and the O's and all the vowels are pronounced in a particular way that when you just speak English, it colours those vowels. It's very cool. I love languages. They interest the shit out of me, but admittedly, I'm not very good at other languages. I can speak a tiny little bit of Japanese. Like, I can introduce myself and I can say hello and goodbye, and that's pretty much it. When I was actually studying Japanese, I did study Japanese for about a year. Not even a year. I don't think it was a year. I was getting pretty good at it, but I was also watching a lot of Japanese TV programming, so I was hearing the language on a regular basis, like on an actual daily basis. and then I noticed once I stopped and started watching Korean dramas and stuff, that it sort of slips back out of your mind. Like it doesn't feel as natural on the tongue, and it's harder to remember the words. So yeah, so I was getting good at Japanese there for a hot minute, and then now I'm not. So yeah. I still have all my lessons and that there, and I have, it's a full complete course that I can access it. It was bought a lifetime membership to Rocket Languages. That's what it was, and it was actually really good. So if you're looking, they have all sorts of languages. So if you're looking to learn a new language, Rocket Languages are actually really good. So I found I could learn from it. But I mean, honestly, immersing yourself in the culture is 100% the way to learn a language. Is there any better way to learn a language than to just immerse yourself? And immersed I was, not so much anymore. Like I said, I don't watch a lot of Japanese programming. I find it's very hard to find any Japanese programming with subtitles, even in places you're probably not supposed to look. Hello green. You love greys and blacks, don't you, when they go green? That should not stay green. They're all going to need a stick blend, so we're going to start from the lightest, and we'll give these all a quick whiz. Now I want to keep all of these fairly fluid. Now as I was stirring, I had the stick blender on the bottom, and I was sort of pulling it up, because I'm trying to make sure that I've pulled up all the colour from the bottom of the container, which it looks like I have. Now this is still lovely and fluid, which is great. I really don't like the green. Yeah, that looks like it's all in there. Alright, so let's put in some fragrance and see what happens. Now I didn't look because I wasn't soaping, and then I just come out here. I don't even know what I come out here for. I went, yeah, screw it, I'm going to make a soap. So it was very much a last minute decision to actually make soap. Now these are all going to get poured at the same time, so they can all just have fragrance in them now. It is nice. I'm really not going to say anything bad about the smell at all. It's a very nice fragrance. So I hope in their reformulation or their new creator or whatever it is that they did, and they were changing things, I hope that they bring that one in, because I quite like it. And you know, because they burnt down, I also I will buy some, even though I was pissed off, and I'm still pissed off at them, don't get me wrong. I felt bad for them that their warehouse burnt down, and I'm really, really glad that they're rebuilding and everything. That doesn't change the fact that they treated me like crap. And you just don't do that to your customers. But in saying that, I did wish them ill will, but I did not wish that they would have a fire. I just hoped that people would see how they treated people and make their own judgments from that. Alright, so we have 3 colours that should go this silvery colour that these skulls are. So I think we're pretty good in colours. Now before this thickens up, which it's playing quite well, let's have a pour, shall we? Now I'm just going to go down the side, nothing fancy, just a typical angled soap, which, you know, before I made these things I just used to use a block of soap, or 2 blocks of soap, which you can do. You don't have to buy my things. Anything, you can roll up a little towel and put it under there. I mean there's pretty much, you can shove anything under there really. The whole point of this is to just simply pour it down the side. That's all. That's what's in this method, is just pouring it down the side. probably a little more evenly than I do, but you know, I'm shit at these things. Oh dear.
Consistency probably is key. What these little feet need on the bottom of them is a bit of non-slip matting, I think. Holding the mould is fine. What colour now? Great. This is going to look awesome. I'm liking it. So how you guys been? What's happening in your lives? Tell me all. Are you making any interesting soaps or candles or bath bombs, or what do you do? What do you do outside of soaping and candling? I'm not sure. I just made up a stupid word. Chandling, which really makes no sense either, but whatever. I'm just going to try and be a little more... This is thickening now. You can see that it's thickening. It's fine. I just need to just probably pour a little faster and more evenly. I think it's going to look cool the way it is anyway. So, now that there's a bit of soap butter on the top, the jugs are actually sliding a bit better. So, there's that. Yeah, we were supposed to get some big ass thunderstorms today, and then they cancelled that this morning, but they did say that we'd still probably get some rain. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm just going to shut up and fast forward this one. We might have a quick video for a change.
Alright, I'm not persevering with that anymore, I'm done with that. They can go. Let's get this a bit cleaned up. Now, let's clean off this side here. Ugh. Okie dokie. So, for the last little bit, I'm just going to do 3 rows across the top, and then we'll do like an infinity swirl in it. Still a pretty good consistency, considering how long I've just taken to do this. It's pretty good. So, I'm not hating on this fragrance. I don't like soaping at full liquid though, and obviously this would have traced a lot faster if I had just soaped like I normally do, but I wasn't in the mood for stupidity today. I'd have probably just lost my shit. Yeah, so that's why I did full water. It's just it's going to take longer to unmold, which means it takes longer to get to the editing table. I don't have an editing table. I don't know what an editing table is. Alright, so we're just going to go if I can find a to do it with, which I have right here. This is just a little acetate rod from eBay. You know what? I'm going to go backwards and forwards. oops. See how as you go round and round it pulls the design if it's fluid enough? I've shown you guys that before. That's what it looks like when it's definitely fluid enough. So yeah, that wasn't awful. I don't think the inside's going to look quite how I wanted it to, because it did thicken there. So if it thickens when you're doing a side pour like that, your layers will, like, they'll be thin at the start and then they'll get thicker and thicker as they go up because the soap got thicker and thicker. But still, I mean, you know, I'm not hating on it. I'm just gonna put the rest of this, I don't want to waste. There is enough here for a little sample, so a little freebie, because I guess they're really not technically samples because I just give them away for free. Just because I love my soap, I think everybody else will love it too. I mean, I know that's probably, well, not probably, it's arrogant, but I like to think that my soap is nice, and you know, I want to share that. People are either too polite and don't tell me that my soap is awful, or it's not awful. I'm going to go with it's not awful because that's what I choose to believe. Dear, I'm silly. I know I'm silly. We're just about out of time here, so I may have to turn the video off and back on again because I'm not going to have time to put the skulls across the top. Alright, that's all of those. There, sort of go in there. Waste not, want not, as I like to say, and so does everybody else. There we go, one little tiny little fairy, just a little tiny cute fairy, with a little swirl on the top just to make it pretty. Alright, well I'm gonna clean up and then we'll come back and we'll put the skulls on top. Okay, so I didn't rush the cleaning up, and I also put marks on the soap so I knew where the bars are. Now I'm not entirely sure this is set up enough, and I couldn't be bothered putting on another pair of gloves. So we're just gonna pop this one on and see how far he sinks. Oh no, he's pretty good. I love this skull mold because it looks very Terminator to me. So I'm gonna just spritz this with a shit ton of Blizzard. So if I can't fill my lungs up just a little bit more, and we might even do a bit of hollow on there as well. Because who doesn't love a good spritz of hollow? Hello. I'm so punny today. I just watched What's the Safe Words new video, Kinky Christmas Cooking, I think it was called, and oh, the amount of puns in that video was just, oh, it was a thing to behold, mate. mate. All right, so there you go. There we have it. This is my coconut and Thai lime cocktail, which does not represent the smell or the colours or the cocktail, or I don't even know if it's actually a cocktail in any way at all, but it's a friggin' wicked skull soap, so there you have it. And that's all that matters. And I'm very, very, very excited about cutting that tomorrow. And I also think Instagram's going to like that. Do you think she's pretty enough for Instagram? I do. Alright, my friends, I will go and I will see you for the cutting very, very shortly. Bye. Welcome back. Let's hope the neighbours don't get me demonetised. I don't know if you can hear that. This microphone's pretty good at not picking up background noise if it's not like super loud. Doesn't matter anyway. I don't really care. I don't make enough money off YouTube to really care much. So this, it is 7:15 at night. Well, if you call it night, it's still bright. And this is still very soft. So we'll see. It's also got a bit of God, I don't really want to pick it up again because I'm going to put more dents in it. There's fragrance leakage on top. Well, I'll show you. You can see. It's probably not going to focus, and I can't focus. There you can see the fragrance leakage there. So it smells amazing, absolutely amazing. I don't even know what we did. Coconut and Thai lime cocktail, that's right. Yeah, so it's got a bit of fragrance leakage, which a lot of fragrances do that, so, you know, no points against it for that because that's fairly common. Just trying to get this as lined up as I can because these are big ass skulls. So I've got all the printers inside all going, including the inkjet printer, because you guys are awesome. And that is hard as. Oh no, just having a minute. Yes, and have ordered a whole bunch of workbooks already. So there you go. Oh, look at the sparkle. Holy cow. Let's see if we can show you that. That's nice, isn't it? It's come up alright, considering how thick it got. I think it's come up really nice. Now, let's have a look. We'll focus you in. And then we'll see if we can you see them sparkles? Look at all these sparkles. Well, it's it's chockers full of glitter, so. But yes, I don't hate it. I was a bit worried. And it has discoloured, as much as it says it doesn't discolour, it has discoloured. That's not white anymore. So, it's not bad, although, I've got to say, it's really, really not bad, so. It's just creamy, that's all. Just a bit creamy. I don't hate it. I hope that they continue on with this. Oh, turn your music down, Jesus Christ. This is paybacks, because yesterday I had Megadeth on loud for 3 albums, because you know, can't just play one Megadeth song. But yeah, I'm not hating the inside. It's you can see where I was tipping it in, and then I've tipped the mould, and sort of that's what this is in the middle here. So everything moved over, and then the top was more. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I like it. I like the colours. The colours all match really well. The grey is still fairly green. Now that it's been cut, it may go back to that, because that was a black pearl. I don't think black pearl tends to stay green, does it? I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've used it. The one advantage to waiting this long to cut the soap, so itchy nose, is I didn't get the spots on the soap. You see, if I should see the light, just focus on there. You can see how smooth that is. That's the advantage of wait. When you have a wire cutter, if you soap too early, you're always going to get those wire cutting spots or bubbles or whatever they are. So yeah, so waiting a longer, like a day and a half, makes them not be, you know, there. But I'm generally too impatient. I've had actually forgotten about this soap because when I got up this morning, the council had decided they're going to chop down the bloody trees. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. There's trees out beside my house on the side of the road, so they're not on my land. Well, it's not my land. I just rent. But it's where all the glass normally hang out, and when all the seeds pods and that fall out of the trees, you probably get, like, without exaggerating, like 50-60 glass on the road eating all the seeds, and it's the best sound. I've actually filmed it, but you can hear them with their little crunches, and it's so awesome. Well, they've chopped down all those freaking trees, and now I have a covered in area next to the house, and yeah, it was nice and cool in there. Now it's shit. Okay, that's a little crooked. Yeah, now it's like super sunny in there now because there's no trees outside. So I'm going to guess that my lounge room is going to be a lot hotter this year than it was last year. I've just taken that off because it was just the side of his skull. There's just a little sliver there. I didn't cut that very straight. That's a dodgy piece. I'm going to use that as an excuse to keep a piece of this because I actually really like it. Oh, and I have to say, I bought a couple of soaps from Keely over at Sonya and Shay a while back. And like, I'm enjoying all of them. I got the triple butter, I think, which is so creamy. And then the one with the little coconut on top, which is, I can't remember, coconut lime probably. But I also got the Fruit Loop one. It smells like Fruit Loops. It's awesome. Like, seriously, well, it smells, you know, the sort of powdered sugar that you get on Fruit Loops. That's what it smells like. It's awesome. So yeah, I used that last night. She gave me a sample of the, I think she has one that's called some sort of mint or refreshing or something. I don't know. I don't like it. It's not her fault. I just don't like it because it has menthol in it, and menthol does things to particular areas, and it's just too weird having it really cool down there. How was that for being a little not too sharey with the information, or even though it was? But yeah, that's a very, very odd sensation. Like, I have one of her lip balms that cools your lips, which is great. But they are the only lips that I want cooled. Thank you very much. It would just freak me out too much. I have this. Oh, look, that's really pretty. Let me see. No, I'll get it out. But where it's got what's the name of that stuff? Soda ash. This is going to be hard to get out because, like I said, that one was actually soft. But yeah. So I'm not having soda ash really doesn't surprise me in a full liquid soap. But can you see? Oh, that's so sticky. So it looks like we can't focus in on that. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Look at that. See how the soda ash is kind of in lines on the top where the swirl was? How cute is that? I really like that. Be good if you could get that to do that as an actual feature, because it kind of looks like it's purposeful. Purposeful. That's a good word, isn't it? Purposeful. I like that. Yes, I'm very cheerful today. I don't know why. I just am. I guess I'm just not stressing about things. And I guess seeing things go bad for everybody else is making me a little bit more thankful for my life. I'm going to go to the doctor's tomorrow to get the results of the actual proper iron blood tests that I got, so I mean, we all know what's going to happen. I'm going to have to get this stupid freaking infusion. But look, as long as it doesn't make me feel sick, that's all I care about. I can put up with any other side effects other than feeling nauseous, because when you have emetophobia, the thing that scares you the absolute most is feeling sick and vomiting. And honestly, it's no different than having a fear, like a proper psychological fear of heights or a psychological fear of anything. I mean, there's one thing, just, and I've said this 1,000 times before, I'm scared of spiders. I'm not scared of them. I don't think they're going to do anything to me. I just don't like them. They freak me out. But I don't have arachnophobia. Like, I have a friend who had a friend, she passed away a few years ago. She had arachnophobia. If she saw a spider, she would literally freeze. She would just go, and that was it. She just couldn't react. Like, she couldn't move, she couldn't do anything. I felt so sorry for her, because, you know, you see a spider, you want to run away, not just freeze. But yeah, so I have emetophobia, which is a proper psychological fear of vomit. And yeah, I don't even, when there's other people around, I try and be brave. And if there's, like, you know, someone does a vomit in a movie or something, I try and be brave and pretend that it doesn't bother me and stuff. But when I'm at home, if you see it, it's going to happen in a movie or a TV show or something, I always cover my, just like put my hand up so I can't see it on the screen, because it's just I'll think about it for hours and I'll just feel sick for hours, and it's just, yeah, it's not. But anyway, so as long as this iron infusion doesn't make me feel sick, I don't care. I'll have it. Like, seriously, could it make me feel any fucking worse? That's swearing again. Sorry. Stop. Alright, well, that was a pretty nice soap. I'm really stoked with this. All the pieces look really cool. I like the skulls. The skulls are awesome. But I mean, we've done the skulls before and I really like them. And one person bought the whole loaf of soap. So maybe a few people will give this. I know, it smells so good. It actually smells like a cocktail, like it's got that kind of alcoholic smell. Look at this. You can always tell you've used too much glitter when you wipe down your bench and this is what your hands look like. That's not wet, that's glitter. And I'm going to go inside and I'm going to rub that all over my hair. Because why not? Although, yeah, no, I'll just do it now. Alright, my friends, I will go and put this in the editing software, get this done, go back and check on everything and see what's printed, and there's a soap workbook just about to be finished, so I'll have to go and laminate all the pages. Really enjoying this is great. And oh my god, was it Emma? I'm sorry if I've got the name wrong, Jesus. Whoever it was that suggested doing the colorant section for the soap books, I'm going to do it in the candle ones as well. Thank you so much. It is such a really, really good idea. I'm going to go in and make that now, so I can include that in every single order, because I've only just printed the first 2. So I haven't binded. How do you say that? I haven't bound them yet. Binded. Yes, because binded isn't a word. They have not been bound yet. There you go, that works. Just change my sentence structure. So yeah, so I've got the cover page and it all sorted out, and I'm pretty sure I know what I'm going to include, and in that way that all the workbooks will all include that from now on, and no one will miss out, which is great because I don't want anyone to miss out. Alright, so rub some more glitters on me. Oh yes! Oh yes! I need to leave the house now so everyone can see how glittery I am. Yeah, no, not going to leave the house. It's 7 o'clock at night, where would I go? To the IGA, that's it. Alright guys, I'll see you for the next one. Bye!